Good morning, everybody. I hope you had a lovely night's sleep. I did, which, let me tell you, I am somebody who needs my sleep uninterrupted. And when I get it, I am a magical, most wonderful version of myself. And when I don't, well, I'm sorry in advance. I'm just not my best self when I haven't slept. So, good morning. It's 6:30. I hope that you are ready for today's lesson and an opportunity to put on just a bit of makeup just to get your day started. So, let's begin by, of course, I'm going to share this out. Make sure everybody who needs to get in here can get in. I know a lot of you are watching on the replay for this week because, y'all, I understand. 6:30 is early. I'm not even trying to pretend as though it is not. It is an early start. Most of you are probably working on trying to get out of the house right now. Totally get that. Not surprised at all. But I understand that some of you who can join right now, this is helpful for you because it's just like a little like kick in the pants to get on your game and get your day started right. So totally appreciate everybody who's able to join. In fact, if you are joining, can you do me a favor and just pop in the comments either a hi or a little wave emoji? Just, it's nice to see like who's actually watching, who is popping in here in the middle of their day, at the end of the day, weeks later, because this is something that you can benefit from at any time. And I really like to hear from you. Last night, I went live as well. Just in case you weren't aware of the schedule, which is fine because I changed it recently. So I understand if you're like, there's a schedule, what are we talking about? I used to go live every month, but then I just recently changed it as of last week. I now go live every Monday at 7 p.m. So the Wednesday ones we've kind of swept off to the side. And instead of waiting for one monthly live, I go live every Monday at 7 p.m. talking about a particular product or a particular technique, something that you can benefit from in terms of makeup and learning and being able to make it easier and more adaptable for you. So if you were on last night, you saw that we talked about eyeliner, which, by the way, so much fun. You guys were totally in there and giving me lots of feedback, and I loved your energy. So thank you so much for joining live. That was awesome. And if you watch on the replay, always add your comments. I go back and I read everything. So I get the alerts that tells me that you've commented. And if you have a question, if you just have a like, Keela, that was awesome, I loved it, whatever, I always love to hear your feedback. So please keep telling me how it's going on your end because that helps me to change and adapt it to exactly what you need. Because not everybody's looking for the same thing, but I know for many of you, you just want some guidance, right? Just some really helpful, gentle guidance along the way of trying to figure out what to do with all this makeup stuff. Okay, so we have shared everything out. We're ready to get going. Hello and good morning. My name is Keela Fowler. I'm the founder and CEO of 85 Beauty. And the message and mission of 85 Beauty is to kick intimidation to the curb and make makeup feel easy and accessible. So in this 2-day challenge, it's not 2 days, it's day 2 of the 5-day challenge. What we are talking about today is M.I.A. And I told you I was going to tell you what that is. So first, brief recap. Yesterday, we discussed the 5. And what the 5 is the only 5 areas that you ever have to consider when putting makeup on your face. Because what often happens is you either think of all the products or you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I don't even know where to begin. Where you begin is with the 5. You only ever have to consider skin, which is all over, brows, cheeks, eyes, lips. That's it. Choose 1 or 2 of those 5, and that's what you're going to address. Now, today we're going to talk about specifically how you address those things. Yesterday, you noticed that I chose my brows and my lips. Those are always my 2 go-tos, just easy, always want something there. It's always going to make a difference for me. That's where I go. Now, M.I.A. stands for minimize, illuminate, amplify. Minimize, illuminate, amplify. And the reasons that we are looking at M.I.A. is because those are your 3 choices of what to do with the features that you choose. So, for example, let's start with brows because, well, That's one of my 2 that I've chosen out of the 5, and I really want to get those started. I can choose to minimize my brows, which means if I find that I really want to kind of like detract, take attention away from that area, then I want to minimize. That's going to bring less attention to it. You can think of it, if you compare it to clothing, right? Choosing what you're going to wear. Like a cardigan or a tunic or like an oversized sweatshirt is really going to minimize and take attention away from probably like your body shape or your like overall look. It just kind of like brings things down a bit. So that's the minimize. And so if that's what you want to do, there are particular techniques that you can use for that. Now, if you want to illuminate, I want you to think of like when you just want to put like, just like a little awe and wonder into it. So you would want to think of like twinkle lights or fairy lights, right? They illuminate, they make everything go a little like, oh, right? So with that, I think of that as like maybe the belt that you put that like cinches the waist, like you add that to a dress, or maybe like a statement necklace that just kind of brings the whole look together and suddenly it has a little more like pizzazz, right? Or even a blazer, like a perfectly cinched black blazer that you add to an outfit that just gives it a little something, right? That would be your illuminate. And then the A is amplify. And that is often what I see people going for, and it's often what I want to go for. And so with the amplify, good morning, the amplify is the, okay, that's like putting on a ball gown, right? That is big maximum effect. You want to be noticed, you want to be seen, you want the compliments, right? And often it's the areas of your face that you get the most amount of compliments. Those are the features that you want to amplify. So if somebody's always telling you that your eyes are beautiful, that's your amplify. You want to amplify that. Or at the basic, illuminate. Just a little something, right? You might find, right, I said yesterday, I love my lips. I am always going for amplify with lips. That's why I typically choose a bold color. But we're going to start with brows because I already said that is something that I am choosing. So from the 5, I chose brows to get started. And I'm going to illuminate. Now, by filling in my eyebrows, you may think that that's actually an amplify, but it's not, because I have several stages of how bold I can go with my brows. I actually don't want, when I walk around today, for people to say like, oh my gosh, your brows are amazing. Now, if that happens, I welcome it. Thank you, right? Like we need to get much more comfortable accepting compliments. And I read something once that said that what women tend to do, this is a gross generalization, so like just stay with me for a moment, right? But what women tend to do is that when they get a compliment, they tend to kind of downplay it and almost write it off by saying like, oh, well, like that's a beautiful dress, somebody might say. You may be like, oh, well, like I got it from Target and it was on sale and it was only this. And what it kind of does is like it takes the steam out of the person who is complimenting you. So you really want to be able to say, thank you so much. That's so kind. Or that's so generous of you to say that. Thank you. But like take it, right? Like receive the compliment, say thank you, and then move on with your bad self. Like enjoy your day. That is really the purpose here. So I am just going to, with my pencil, I'm just filling in my eyebrow just a bit. I'm going to do the same on the other side. And I'm just using really light strokes. Do you see how I'm just kind of sketching it in? So I look for any areas in my brow that just seem a little thin in terms of like you can see more skin than not through the brow. And I just, sometimes I sketch this way, sometimes I sketch that way. It's really just about getting the color in. And then I keep going back with my spoolie brush and brushing it through. So that way, if I add too much color, brushing the color through helps to minimize how much product I've put on. It softens the look a little bit, and then make sure that your hairs are being brushed into place. Okay, so that is the beginning phase for my brows. Now I also have this pen, and yesterday I said that there were two products I was going to use. I didn't use this because I said it was advanced, and it is. This is by Glossier. It's their Brow Flick, and it is a brow pen. So it's similar to like a liquid liner. It's kind of like that for your brows, but you have to be very gentle with it. So you barely want to even touch the brows, but this gives you the illusion of natural brow hairs, but you want to be really light-handed with this because it's easy to go overboard. Now, if I wanted to amplify, what I could do is go a lot heavier handed with my eyebrow, and then I could also take a little bit of concealer and just kind of edge out the eyebrow, kind of carve it out by like putting a little concealer beneath my brow bone and blending that in. Now that would be an amplified brow because you would not be able to ignore that eyebrow. Like it would be so noticeable. And some days that's a look that you're going for, right? But again, I chose Illuminate. So I just want just a little like twinkle light effect, right? A little awe and wonder. That's all I'm really going for. And if I find that I go a little overboard, then I can just wipe off the excess. But that's it for brows. Now, with lips, I am, like I said, amplify all day, every day. That's just my jam. I have on lip balm already, so I'm just going to take paper towel and just blot off my balm. Often, if you find that your lip color is slipping around and it's not as pigmented as you want, if you have lip balm on, the lip balm is actually kind of creating a barrier between your lips and your balm. So you just want to blot off the excess so that your color can adhere to the lip. Quick little tip from me to you. And then today, I'm going to use my new Beauty Counter lipstick. This is the color Intense lipstick in the color Twilight. And I'm telling you, it's an amplify. And I'm so excited for this. Right? I mean, how you can't ignore that. You can try, but that's an amplified moment right there, right? Always blot off the excess. That way you don't get lipstick all over your teeth. So let's really quickly go through this one more time. And I just want to let you know that M.I.A. is something that I came up with for 85 Beauty. So you're not going to be able to go to a makeup counter or Sephora or anything like that and say, I'm really looking for an amplify. They aren't going to know what that means. But what you can say is, I'm really looking to kind of amplify my cheeks. Can you tell me what I can use that's really going to make a maximum impact? Or I'm really looking to kind of minimize the dark circles under my eyes. Can you tell me what I can use for that? Or you may say that I want something for my eyes. Like I'm thinking maybe an eyeshadow. I want something that's going to kind of like illuminate, meaning I just want it to be a little awe and wonder, nothing like big and intense, just a little awe and wonder moment. You can use that kind of language to help guide whoever's helping you as you go makeup shopping, and they'll be able to have a better understanding of what you're looking for. So recap. Yesterday we talked about the 5. Today we've talked about M.I.A. The M stands for minimize, I for illuminate, and A for amplify. So I've chosen 2 features that I wanted to use or that I wanted to address to put just a bit of makeup on. I have my eyebrows that I did in illuminate, and I did my lips for an amplify. So I hope that you found this helpful. Make sure that if you haven't already, you go to 85beauty.com. Sign up for the email list. That way you get all of the updates of what's coming. I'm going to be sending out the video from yesterday morning for day 1, and then also the Facebook Live from last night on eyeliner. I'll be sending that out via email, so then you don't have to even jump on here and find it. It gets delivered straight to your inbox. That's one of the reasons that the email list is definitely something you want to get on. So thank you so much for joining. Even if you're in the replay, jump in the comments. Let me know any questions, any comments, just a little wave emoji or a hi. And I can't wait to hear back from you. I hope you have an incredible day, and great job. Just like going out there, giving yourself permission to put just a little something on, and let me know how you're feeling. Does it make you feel a little more confident? Did it feel a little scary? Did you get any compliments? Like, let me know what's happening. So have a great day. Stay fabulous. Bye, y'all.